approaching the gates. Tentatively. Pushed in. The lights go on and now they're ready. So stand by for a start. Race 2 here at Belmont Park. He releases them immediately. Boomtastic got a slingshot start from the inside. Won the break clearly from Euro Trip and also Shadow Shifter. In behind them, fourth is Censure, being followed by Windstorm. And then KC getting back. Great Heist is deep around those. And back there last of all is a Bombshell. They leave the back and head out by the 800 mark to the side. Boomtastic steadied up in front, led the way for Parnham. Settled about a length to 3/4 clear from Euro Trip. Shadow Shifter third. The speeds come right off and around the outside goes Great Heist at the 600. In front of the roughy Censure is a Bombshell. Got up onto the back of Great Heist and further back behind them came Windstorm nearing the home corner. Relegated to last is KC. At the top of the home straight now. They're about to swing the corner. Boomtastic leads into the bend from Euro Trip. They're two in front of Great Heist, who's done plenty of work. Censure battling away, then Shadow Shifter. Right back to the inside is Windstorm, but as they approach the 200 and Boomtastic races away. It's Boomtastic now. Halfway down the running, 2.5 in front. Getting to second is Windstorm. Boomtastic shortening stride. Here comes Windstorm. Windstorm right over the top of Boomtastic, and Windstorm gets the money here. The Reduced Choice 3-year-old first up from Boomtastic, and third is a Bombshell. They were followed then by KC running home from the back from Shadow Shifter. Censure knocking right up there is Euro Trip, and the last to greet the judges, Great Heist. Well, it's Windstorm that has finished too well. Hard to beat the Cerise and White. And this has really climbed out over the ground late to pick up the well-backed Boomtastic, who'd kicked away. Set up a nice break. Sean McGruddy there. Rare opportunity here to don the Cerise and White. Chris Parnham there has stuck with Boomtastic, but Windstorm's the one that has cut it down and won pretty emphatically by Reduced Choice out of Storm Alert for Peter's Investments, trained by Grant and Alana Williams. Shooter McGruddy in the saddle. Boomtastic by Sessions out of Zaboom for Ben, Joe Duncan, T. Taylor and A. Cairns, trained by Simon Miller, ridden by Chris Parnham second. 5 is a Bombshell. Coming from the back by Smart Missile, a filly out of Is Amazing, Fred Kersley for Judith Kersley, Ms. J. Andrews and Julian Sullivan, and ridden by Alan Kennedy. Fourth is number 8, KC. 3-6-5-8 thereafter the running of the second. This is really made up good ground. McGruddy cut the corner, went back to the cutaway. Boomtastic led it by more than 3 inside the final 200, but it's taken huge strides and cut down a horse they've got an opinion of. So that's a very good win by Windstorm at its first outing. Margins were a length and a half by 1. The time 1:13.38, 35.42. The closing 600. Great Heist had no luck at all. Sat 3 deep, no cover, and cut up in the run home. Euro Trip faded out of it noticeably. The next event over 1200 at 2:24. Number 3, Denga comes out. Let's go down now into the yard. And once again, the stable of Team Williams produce a very nice one in the early stages of the 3-year-old season that goes around in the Cerise and White breed.
Well, you can't beat good breeding, and a son of Reduced Choice out of Storm Alert, who Bob's already produced Dark Alert for you, and this is a very nice debut by this horse.
Yes, she's a nice mare, Storm Alert, and when this fellow had his first trial, I thought, you know, I thought he had some ability, and I was surprised that, you know, he didn't start a little bit shorter, and I was surprised that people didn't want to know him.
I know, and even Chris has pulled the wrong rein by being on the second horse here, but you lose nothing with Williams obviously on holiday, so Sean McGruddy took the ride. Was that exactly what you wanted to see, him just waiting for that cutaway?
Yes, we wanted to see him learn something, because in one of his trials, or a couple of them there, he got caught on the outside and wasn't amongst horses and hadn't learnt anything, so today he had to learn something, and I think he did.
The finish was the most encouraging part of it, doing his best work on the line. What sort of trip do you anticipate that he will get up to on his breeding?
Storm Alert ran third in a VRC Oaks, so it wouldn't surprise me if he got a mile or further.
Does he continue his campaign now, or will he be sent out? Will we start seeing him at the races a bit more?
No, he'll probably have a little break now.
Okay, well, well done on the win.
Thank you.
Bob Peters, winning owner with Windstorm, this son of Redout's Choice, indicating that the horse will probably have a little break now. We know he takes his time with horses, and the way that horse just accelerated over the concluding stages, you would think that over further ground it's going to be a really exciting horse of the future. And Sean McGrady jumps off the scales. Sean, Willie on holiday, must be great to don these cerise and white colours.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I've only ridden one winner for Mr. Peters, and that was as an apprentice. So I get the call up every now and then. Obviously not for the first choice, but you always feel like a winner when you put on the colours. And I just said to Grant, I took the kids to Disneyland last year, and that was the next best thing when she let down like that.
It was a really impressive finish, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Quality, obviously, bred to be, well, good, and obviously he's going to be.
In the run, did you feel like he was travelling really strongly and you were just waiting upon that cutaway?
Look, I just got a bit of a squeeze at the start, but I wasn't too concerned because the pace was very genuine. And then they did slow up coming around the home turn, but obviously with the motor under the bonnet, he let down pretty good and reeled in the leader.
A horse that obviously feels like will only get better over further.
You would hope so.
Well, congratulations on the win.
Thanks, Brittany.
Sean McGrady making the most of his ride in the cerise and white, indicating that it was only as an apprentice that he's been able to ride a winner for Bob Peters. So I'm sure he's very happy being able to jump aboard Windstorm today, who has given him a beautiful ride and finished off extremely nicely. Windstorm taking out the second here at Belmont.